Can Mater Dei's defense control the best offense in the Pac-5 division? What about Villa Park's chances against high-powered Tustin in the Southwest division? And are we looking at an all-Pacific Coast League final in the Southern division? Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. I'm Steve Fryer here with Dan Albano. Take a look at 3 games in the semifinals this week. We got games on Friday and Saturday, Dan. It's kind of fun. Guys can go on games on Friday and go to games on Saturday. Be at a game on Friday if you're playing on Saturday and scout, and all that sort of thing.
Semifinals are awesome.
Semifinals is a great way to go. So let's start off with the Southern Division, all right? And in that division, let's talk about the game that I think has the most chance to be kind of competitive, Northwood Garden Grove. Although Garden Grove, scored pretty high points lately, especially against Woodbridge last week. But I really like Northwood's chances in this game. Like the way they throw the ball. Ricky Batista is a really good quarterback at Northwood. I picked Northwood Corona Del Mar in the final. I'm sticking with it. Northwood over Garden Grove. They got to control Josh Webb, though, right?
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup, and I think Corona Del Mar Beckman is going to be a very close game too.
Okay.
But we'll see which one's closer. I talked to Rick Curtis this week, and I think the matchup is definitely Northwood's defense against Garden Grove's offense. I mean, last week the Argos scored 65 points, and they beat Woodbridge 65-43. So you wonder about Garden Grove's defense.
Yeah.
But their offense with Josh Webb, who knows where in the field he's going to be.
Sure.
I mean, they're putting up a ton of points. They're averaging just a ton of points. And then Northwood might arguably have the best defense in the Pacific Coast League. Got a very good defensive line. Alex Robinson has done a great job as a defensive line, your senior. Rick Curtis has been really happy with Alex Robinson. Got a defensive end, Tyler Perkins, that they moved from linebacker to DN. So I think that matchup is going to be good, Northwood defense. But I like Argos. They're my pick to move on, make the finals. But I think it's going to be an interesting game. I just don't know. I don't know if anybody in the division can slow them down right now.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty hot right now, aren't they?
65 points. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Let's move on to the Southwest Division, Dan. Villa Park at Tustin. And Tustin had a tough time last week against El Toro, as we kind of expected. We knew El Toro had sort of the size that could match up pretty good with Tustin. I think Villa Park might have the same thing. And what you hear is you have a really good two-way football player, Villa Park, and David Tafuna. Really good running back, very fine linebacker. I'm picking Tustin to win this game, but I really think Villa Park's going to give them quite a battle.
Yeah. Tafuna's a very physical player, and that's what you need against Tustin. Interesting enough, these are two former Century League rivals. They just played last year, so that favors, I think, the underdog Villa Park. Last year it was 35-20 Tustin over Villa Park. So Spartans played Tustin and Anthony Wilkerson last year. They should be able to do the same. Coach Anchich at Villa Park has got a great reputation. Just like his dad, they always can play some good defense there at Tustin. I talked to Myron Miller this week. He's pretty concerned about this game. One guy I think is going to be a difference maker, I think Tustin's defense. And Diego Mendoza has probably been the MVP for Tustin this year. Very good linebacker, and he's a good running back. And he could be a key guy to watch. But I definitely like Tustin to win this game. But I think Spartan's going to show well.
Yeah, and Mendoza, every time you look at a game story during the playoffs, he's doing something on offense, doing something on defense. So he's been fantastic.
I searched his name. He was coming up on a bunch of the articles.
The other semifinals, Harbor versus Sonora Freeway League rematch there. That game's on Saturday at Cal State Fullerton. That should be pretty interesting. On to the Pac-5 division. We got a couple good games. Alamanians against Servite on Saturday. Syracuse College, 2 undefeated teams. But the one that Orange County folks were looking forward to seeing, and, Mich Viejo we figured would be there. But here comes Mater Dei. They're in a semifinal, too. This game's Friday at Santa Stadium. I picked Mission to win the whole thing. I'm not changing off of that. If there's an upset that could be in the works, this might be it because of Mater Dei's defense is playing really well right now. But I still think Mission's got what it takes. I still think Mission's going to win this game in advance, Dan.
Yeah. Be interesting. 2 great Pac-5 semifinals. I think, I've talked to a couple Pac-5 coaches that aren't playing right now, that their teams are out, and they're really looking at this Alamani team. And that could be your upset over Servite, but we'll see. That's going to be a barn burner at Cerritos College. But this game, Mater Dei defense, last 10 quarters they've played, they've been playing outstanding defense. It started with the second half against Santa Margarita, carried it through with Long Beach Poly, shut out Tesoro 17-0. A guy that's making a big impact on defense right now is Todd Hunt, who's cleared to play, transfer kid from Connecticut, and he's playing defensive end. He's already got 6 sacks. He had 2 sacks against Tesoro, and he's really with, I think it's Xavier Parker's the other defensive for Mater Dei, and they're putting a lot of pressure. Eric Johnson, who we're both familiar with, is the first-year D coordinator. He's back at Mater Dei now, and he's doing a great job, and they're being real aggressive.
Yeah, no surprise, huh?
But what happens is that Mater Dei has got to get the defense has got to get Mission Viejo in those kind of predictable down and distances where they can do some aggressive things. I even saw them play three-man fronts against Tesoro and a four-man. They're mixing it up.
Got to do that against Mission.
But if Mission Viejo is moving the chain, physical ground attack, and the down and distances are favoring the offense, the Diablos, I don't think Mater Dei is going to be as effective on defense as they were. So I think Mission Viejo, because of the way they can grind you with how many different running backs, Trey Madden, Dallas Kessman, Jaleel Pilner. I mean, and a very good offensive line.
A lot of weapons over there.
So I think a lot of people think Bob Johnson is an air it out guy. He's got the reputation as the quarterback guy, and with Brett Johnson, Rob Johnson, these guys know they play balanced football. They like to grind it.
Well, it should be a good one Friday, and all these semifinals are going to be exciting to watch. It's just a week away from the championship games. Some great semifinals. We'll have updates all night long, Friday and Saturday here at OCVarsity.com. Semifinals week, everybody, at OCVarsity.com. We've got you covered.